Senator Sifuna is raising a very important question in the Senate. And this is the conversation that we're supposed to have across the Republic of Kenya so that we can be able to drive a safe agenda for our brothers and sisters outside the Republic of Kenya. I have two examples before I give you Sifuna's explosive presentation in the Senate. Number one, we saw a foreigner spitting at a police officer. That foreigner was not beaten. He was given a safe deportation fully facilitated by the government of the Republic of Kenya. Number two, a Chinese investor or worker, don't know, was seen harassing and beating a Kenyan employee. That Chinese worker was given a safe deportation to China, fully facilitated by the government of the Republic of Kenya. The biggest question now lies here. And I want to ask this to the people of the Republic of Kenya. You give me your honest opinion at the comment section. We have seen reports of Kenyans suffering out there. Most of them being assaulted. The latest case is Tanzania, where a teacher from Siaya was killed during the protests. Up to now, that body has not been brought back in Kenya for burial. There are so many Kenyans in Tanzania who were harassed by the Tanzanian government with accusations that they had participated in the concluded protests. Why were they not given a safe deportation fully facilitated by the government of Tanzania? Why? So sisi wa Kenya tuko na vierere, tunajifanya wazuri, and sasa tuna value, we deport them without taking into consideration the laws that are governing our land. Kenya, we are failing. And these are the questions Sifuna is asking the Senate. I love how this young man is reasoning. And this has been my concern also. How many Kenyans are suffering in Saudi Arabia? How many Kenyans are suffering in Qatar? How many Kenyans are suffering in Dubai? Up to an extent, even the United States, the Kenyans who are homeless. What is the government of Kenya doing about it? Nothing. Can we listen to Edwin Sifuna?
I really don't know where to start with the statement by the Senator for Kiambu. I have said on the floor of this House that my perception of the current government is that it does not care about its citizens. I have actually asked myself if I was to find myself stranded in the south of Lebanon and the war broke out. I doubt Musalia, even the fact that he's my brother from the region, would come for Sifuna. I know for a fact he would not come for me. So Kenyans should know that they are on their own. And I have multiple examples to give. Sosi has given you a few. There was just a recent incident where some Kenyans were abducted in Tanzania. And our government...
Senator Tabitha Keroche, take a seat.
And this government took their sweet time, Honorable Speaker, to even just reach out to the counterparts in Tanzania to find out where these Kenyans were. And even after the horrific stories that we were told by Boniface Mwangi and his colleagues, we have never gotten even a protest note from the government of Kenya to the government of Tanzania about the mistreatment of the people of Kenya in those regions. So I feel terrible, Honorable Speaker, that Kenyans are on their own. But I want to encourage them that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Because as I have said, I believe in a government. We need to form a government that puts the individual well-being first. And this government is not that government. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Honorable Speaker, on the unpaid medical bills, we were here last week with people telling us here how SHA is working. Where are these unpaid medical bills are coming from? Where are they coming from if SHA is working? These bills should have been paid by SHA. You are detaining mothers because of unpaid bills. Where are those unpaid bills coming from? Speaker, when I said here, the President repeated what I said here just this week, that if anybody goes to hospital and they are asked to pay money, they should call the police. Because according to him, medical care is free in this country. That is according to government. And I remember the Speaker challenging me. In fact, Honorable Speaker, with great respect, I feel like the chair owes me an apology.
Sifuna.
Abandon that line of argument.
You don't even know what I'm going You don't even know what I'm going to say, Honorable Speaker, because when Omtata read out the provision of the law that I was being harangued about.
No, that was not a provision of the law.
It was in the law.
No. No. Honorable Sifuna, let's not go there.
Speaker, I hope you're pausing my time for all these engagements that we're having with the chair.
You're fully utilizing your time. Please do it well. Proceed,
Yeah,
Honorable
but
Sifuna.
what I'm saying is,
Senator to
what I
proceed.
am saying is, just like the sun, Honorable Speaker, the truth cannot be hidden. It cannot be hidden. If this thing is working, you will not see statements such as this making their way to the floor. You will not see them. And the president should now stop telling Kenyans to call the police. I want to tell Kenyans to start calling the president. Just like our numbers were circulated, we need to circulate his number. Because if you go to hospital and you are not able to pay those bills, call State House. Call the president himself to come and sort out that issue.
30 seconds, you conclude your thoughts.
Finally, Honorable Speaker, on this issue of management of health facilities, I was shocked last week to learn that the Nairobi County government has transferred the accounts for health facilities here from KCB, a bank that everybody knows has a big reputation and a solid history, to some small bank called Sidian Bank, Honorable Speaker. If you look at the money that we made from hospitals, if you look at the Auditor General's report on receipt of revenue for Nairobi, in the last financial year, we collected 1.3 billion shillings. The total deposits for Sidian Bank last year is 50 billion Kenya shillings, Honorable Speaker. I'm telling you. And the entire...
Conclude, Honorable Senator. Conclude.
Thank you, Speaker. If you look at the budget of Nairobi, vis-a-vis the capitation of Sidian Bank, we ourselves as a county, if we were a bank, we would be bigger than Sidian Bank. I have written to the governor to explain to me the rationale. He is quiet up to today, Honorable Speaker. I am going to give him some more time. If we don't get an explanation as the people of Nairobi, why you would leave a tier 1 bank and send our facilities to bank in a tier 3 bank that has no history or reputation at all, Honorable Speaker, it doesn't make any sense to me. So we will be dragging him here to explain to us and the Senate why that decision makes sense. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now, Musalia Mudavadi is in charge of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Yeah? There are some activists who are being held in Uganda because they were accused of planning protests ahead of the next year general election. Why were they not given a safe deportation as Kenya we do to others? Why were they being held? Up to an extent, the Museveni says, we were keeping them in the fridge. What did the government of Kenya do? We have an embassy in Uganda. What did it do? Why were they actually not deported, fully facilitated by the government of Kenya, instead of being subjected into torture? Why were they not? I think, as Sifuna said clearly, Kenya, we need to come back to a meeting, ask ourselves about the safety of our brothers and sisters out there. As we do to them, they should also do unto us as we do to them. I don't expect a Kenyan to undergo torture in China, yet when Chinese nationals misbehave, we facilitate their deportation. I think this is a critical topic that we need answers from the government itself, under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, led by the only cabinet secretary without portfolio, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.